When A.A. Milne wrote about Winnie the Pooh and the blustery day, he was probably talking about the weather outside right now. But inside, it's very pleasant as the St. Francis Lancers and the Bellarmine Bells are just about ready to give it a go. The Lancers come into this contest with a 6-5 overall record. I'll talk about their record within the West Catholic Athletic League in a second or two. The Bellarmine Bells come in not quite as many games and not quite as good a record. They have a 2-3 tally coming into tonight's contest. St. Francis is undefeated in league play. They have not lost any of their 3 league games. Bellarmine has won one of their contests within the league, lost 3 of them. The Lancers are coming off a victory over Sacred Heart on the 9th of March. They blanked the Irish 3-0. On March 16th, Bellarmine was defeated by Midi 3-2. Tonight, what you'll expect to see is St. Francis striking early. They have won in straight sets in their last couple of matches. They have not had to play to a 4th or a 5th set. So if this contest goes beyond 3 sets, that could play to the Bells' advantage because Bellarmine does have more experience down the stretch. St. Francis does have a more seasoned team as 11 of their 16 players are upperclassmen. However, Bellarmine does have a slightly larger roster at 18 players, including 1 freshman and 2 sophomores. We'll be back for the start of this contest in just a minute. This is Mike Messner with KMVT. Don't go away. Well, we've just heard the starting lineups for both the St. Francis Lancers and the Bellarmine Bells. This is Mike Messner. I will be bringing you all the action for tonight's contest. Ought to be a good one. As I said at the top of the program, St. Francis does tend to strike early. So if they build up an early lead or they take the first couple of sets, it could be an early evening for all those concerned. If Bellarmine can take this beyond 3 sets, we've got ourselves quite a horse race. One person you'll probably want to keep an eye on for the Lancers is Jack Eberton. He's number 10. He is, for lack of a better term, the center of this team. He's been on the varsity for 3 years. He has the most digs per set, the most total digs, the most serve receptions, the most aces, and the most kills. And I could say more, but I'm going to let him do the talking on the court tonight. Both teams making their final preparations. And going to lead off with Théorin Brouillette. He's a senior, number 13, serving for the Bells, and off we go. And that was just in. And that kill there was by Daniel Devine. I think I said that name right. He's a sophomore. He stands 6'5". There's the serve. And that's just going to be just out. And that was off the hand of Julian Villanueva. He's a junior. One of 8 juniors on the Bells. And the St. Francis Lancers have a 2-0 lead early on. And that's blocked out of bounds. And Bellarmine is on the board. And the ball will be served now by Jack Mayer, another junior. And just like that, Shaunak Bilal, a sophomore middle blocker, gets the kill there for the Lancers. That is his 10th kill since being on the varsity. Now the serve, that's a short one. blocked, and that is going to go out of bounds. And so the Bells still in it, or still making it, and that make it competitive. That is Litesh Gorijala serving now for Bellarmine. Ooh, nobody home there. And that one is going to go to St. Francis, and Bellarmine's not happy about that one, but that may have been a touch on that. And St. Francis has got a 4-2 lead. Taking over serving now is Ben Alduino. He's a senior. And that one hits the floor, and that's Daniel Devine again. Daniel is 6'5". He is not the tallest on the roster, but he is the tallest on the court right now. Matthew Lee is 6'8". I believe he is injured this evening. And that one was an unforced error, and that one bounced up almost into our cameraman there. And St. Francis continues their run. Alduino still serving, and that one's net cord, and they came away with a lucky ace there. And that is Ben's second ace. It's his second year on the varsity, too. And he has only made one serving error, all that make that 2 serving errors. So low serves, not always your best friend. Julian Villanueva serving again now for the Bells. One's going to hit the antenna. You don't often see the one-handed serve, the delivery that Julian had there. So he used one hand, and that one's going to be kept in. Are they going to be able to get over? Yes, they are, and that one's just going to be just wide. And it's down to a 2-point lead. Villanueva with the serve. Serve with the left hand or toss with the left hand and then serve with the left hand, and that one didn't work out. But he knows how to place a ball. So it's the serve now for the Lancers. Good dig there. And that one is going to head out. And the Lancers take advantage of another unforced error by the Bells. And we got a 9-5 contest. That is Jack Eberton, whom I talked about a little bit earlier. Jump serve, and that one won't help his average. Jack has been on the varsity for 3 years, which explains why he's been able to rack up so many statistics. And that one's going to be deflected out. And I think that may have been Theorin Brouillette on defense there. Taking over serving now is Carson C.S. He's a 6'4" sophomore. I don't have any numbers on him. Good set, blocked. Blocked again. And St. Francis comes away with that one, and that was Daniel Devine, number 17 again. You can see that he and Shaunak Bilal kind of teamed up on that, but I do believe it was Devine who got the brunt of that one. Ooh, good tip. Now Bellarmine controls, and that one's going to go to to St. Francis, I beg your pardon. And the Bellarmine coach has asked for a timeout, and I don't blame him. It's 12-6. The Lancers all over the bells right now. We'll be right back. Back here at the Schott Family Team Center in the Alumni Gym at St. Francis High School in Mountain View, California. And the home team Lancers, true to form, have opened up a 12-6 lead over the visiting Bellarmine Bells. And they're continuing their run right now after the timeout call by Bellarmine. And that one is going to be just a little bit long. And so Bellarmine gets the serve back. And coming into the game is Nathan Sue, number 3. He's a junior. Tipped. And that one's going to be just, no, that is going to go to St. Francis. It was a little long, I beg your pardon. Good defense there from the tip from the Lancers. Daniel Devine. He's got a 76.8 serving percentage, and that one will help it out. Tipped, and good effort there by Jack Mayer, number 11, but not good ball placement. That one's going to go out, and it's a 14-7 margin for St. Francis. Good dig. Wow. Control, good block. And in on that was Peyton Cias along with Shanak Balal. And the run continues, and I believe that was Cias who got most of that one. And that one is going to fall, and St. Francis continues the lead, continues the run. And that's at least a 4-point run since the timeout, and probably before that, it was more points. And that one's going to be a little bit, and that one's going to almost end up in the stands, but that one was a little wide. And so Bellarmine will get the serve back here. Theoren Brulette, once again serving. And that one beautifully executed by 16 Balal. And strategic control returns again to the Lancers. 9-point lead. Ooh. That was a judgment call, and it didn't pay off, and Bellarmine's going to take a rest. So it is 18-8 in favor of the home team Lancers. We'll be right back to see how this set finishes up. So this is how we finished up before the break, and that was an understandable hesitation there by number 4, but not something that paid off, as St. Francis had some excellent ball placement on that shot. And they've got an 18-8 lead. Thanks to our crew there for bringing us that replay. And that one in and out of the hands of Jack Everton, who I don't think was expecting that to fall in his lap, but it did. Ooh, we had a joust there. And that one is going to go to St. Francis, and that will be Ben Alduino, number 19, coming away with the point. Bilal to serve. And that one's going to be just a little bit long, so no aces on that one. Although Shanuk is actually still looking for his first ace as a member of the Lancer varsity. Lithesh Gorjala now serving for the Bells. And that one is going to, again, go to the Lancers, as that one ended right in the face of number 7 there. And the serving runs continue. Right now, Bellarmine just can't catch a break when it comes to serving. And that one's going to be long. So just like that, Bellarmine does get a break, maybe, as Julian Villanueva, who I talked about earlier, picks up the serve. And that one's going to be way long. Julian's got a heck of a right arm on him. And he did have some great ball placement earlier in the set, but that one didn't work out for him. And a good transformation there, as Bellarmine now doing a little bit of business. Matthew Matsumoto, number 10, now serving. And you can see that that one just split right down the middle of the St. Francis defense. Matsumoto serving. Good fake there, but Devine wasn't able to get that over the net. And so now still an 8-point difference, but Matsumoto holding serve. Good dig. And that looked like it might have been a double hit there. But a good dig there by the libero, Gorjala. 22-13. And actually Matsumoto might have been in on that too, but it was that you can see that there was the double hit. Good defensive effort. And that one's a net cord. Blocked and down for St. Francis. Once again, Devine on that. And Carson Cias taking over serving duties with a 10-point lead for the Lancers. And that one's going to be a little low. Close, but that's going to be long. So that brings Nathan Sue back into the game. He'll be serving for the Bells. Ooh, good defensive effort there. And they keep it going, and no one was home. And Nathan Sue, with sort of a lazy bump, scores one for the Bells, coming out of service and into the field of play. And he continues to serve now, 23-15, St. Francis. Another good block. And now Bellarmine with their first serious run of the evening. And that one with Cade Morgan doing the duty there. Cade, another junior. He's wearing number 15. And that one's out. So another unforced error. And now it is a 6-point lead. And that is as close as it has been between these two teams in quite a while. Oh. And that one hit into the net, and somebody defended it on the other side of the net. And another point. Or no, that is going to go to the Lancers, and it's going to be set point. So there's Daniel Devine serving for the set. And that one's not going to play out for him. Still set point, but Bellarmine may have a little bit of a last gasp here in the first set. And again, an unforced error over on the right side. And perhaps Daniel Devine would like to have that one back, as it's a 5-point lead, still set point. Ooh. St. Francis keeps it alive. And Bellarmine continues. And it's still going. Good swat there. And that one is in along the right side. Great ball placement there by the Bells, and it's a 4-point margin. So the Bellarmine team is saying, not so fast. Great work there by Julian Villanueva. That one's tipped. And Bellarmine again coming away with the point. That one hitting right on the right side, right in the chest of one of the players, and St. Francis wants a timeout now. And Daniel Devine not able to handle that one, and I think he needs a breather. We'll take one too as St. Francis tries to figure this out. It's a 3-point contest. Don't go away. We're back at St. Francis High School, where the Bells have gone on at least a 4-point run, maybe 5 points. And now they're making a contest out of this. It is still set point. Can St. Francis put this away? And they do. Just like that. Dropped it virtually inside there. And Cade Morgan for the Bells just cannot believe that they were able to pull away from it. Good ending to a tough set. Both teams really showing their best. St. Francis does come out on top. We'll be back for the second set in just a minute. Don't go away. We're back here at St. Francis High School, where early indications were that this was going to be a rout by the Lancers, and then Bellarmine showed what they were made of, losing by only 4 points after being down by as many as 10. So that was an impressive effort. That is absolutely in line with the averages. St. Francis does tend to have an advantage in the first set by 4 points, 4.1 to be exact. The second set, if history tells us anything, may be a closer margin, as Bellarmine averages 22 points in the second set, St. Francis 22.8. So still an advantage for the Lancers, but not by much if you go by the numbers. St. Francis, I believe, is going to be serving to start the second set. See the players at center court sort of chatting with each other. I'm sure a lot of these young men know each other from various school or church-connected events. Clearly a lot of respect. But now back to business. All right, that's going to be Peyton Cias. He's a 6'3" sophomore. 95.3% serving percentage. Tipped, handled by St. Francis. Now Bellarmine, good strategy, but it didn't quite pay off. Good strategy to try to get the St. Francis defense to have to move laterally. But they were not quite ready to execute, and St. Francis takes an early lead. Dug out, and they're going to keep it. Yes, they do keep it alive. Now St. Francis handles, and that one spiked home with authority. Jack Eberton, who I talked about earlier, and that is ace number 40, if I'm not mistaken, for Jack Eberton. He may have more, but he's got at least 40. That one thunderous and was a little too long. All the way across. That was Julian Villanueva, who I've talked about as having a very powerful right arm. No, that actually did come out for the Bells. I beg your pardon. That one, however, will go to the Lancers. So it is a 3-1 contest now. Shanak Bilal serving. Shanak has never had a serving error. And that one beautifully blocked and no chance at all for the Bells defense to recover. So St. Francis holds serve. And again, Jack Eberton. And that one's going to be wide. By Bilal, and that will be his first serving error. So Bellarmine will get the ball back, and it's Litesh Gorijala. Oh my goodness. Jack Eberton doing a spinning tip, and did get a little help from Villanueva to get the point for St. Francis, but that is coordination. Now that one, Matthew Matsumoto trying to keep that one alive for the Bells, didn't work. And that is an ace for Ben Alduino, his second of the game and his third overall. Good for you, Ben. And blocked. And St. Francis captures another point. That's Daniel Devine, who appears to have gotten over that small slump that he had late in the first set. And it's an 8-2 contest. Blocked again, and it hits the floor, and Jack Eberton once again, and Bellarmine wants a timeout. So we'll let them figure it out. This is not unfamiliar territory for the Bells. They're down 7. We'll see what happens when we come back. Back here at St. Francis, and the Lancers with a 7-point lead over the visiting Bells, but that is not to say that it won't get closer, not only statistically, but historically, and very historically tonight, as Bellarmine came back late in that first set to give the Lancers a run for their money. Ben Alduino continuing to serve. Good ball handling by Bellarmine. They keep it alive, and that one is going to be blown dead, and that may have been a fourth hit by St. Francis. So it's 9-3. Julian Villanueva serving again. And that one's going to be long. So that is the second time, I believe, that Villanueva has hit it a bit too hard. Here's Eberton. Dug out, and that one ended up on the far wall from where we're sitting. And that's a testament to the strength of Jack Eberton. Good kill there. And that's Matsumoto, number 10. I don't have any numbers on him, but that will certainly help things, and he'll be taking over serving for the Bells. Still a 7-point lead for the Lancers. That one's out. So the Bells getting a little bit of a run here with Matsumoto. Matsumoto is a sophomore, one of only 2 on this Bellarmine squad. Blocked, and that one is going to head out of bounds. So it's a 12-5 contest now. St. Francis regaining the serve. Carson Cias. Good dig. Tipped and defended. Good joust there by Bellarmine. And that one's going to fall. And that is Daniel Devine again. And just couldn't quite get under that. That was Cade Morgan, I believe, number 15 on the defensive effort. Oh, part luck, part reaction time there for the Bellarmine, for the Bells. Tipped. Good setup, a good tip, and a great effort by the libero there. Gorejala, no such luck. So Bellarmine's going to take a timeout. We will too. It's 14-5, second set in favor of the Lancers. We'll be right back. Well, Bellarmine trying to regroup, down by 9 against the hometown Lancers. This team has a lot of good mechanics, and they've also gotten a couple of breaks. They have excellent reaction time and a whole lot of physical strength. But they are up against a team that has a better record and has proved their prowess. And that's off of the hand of Matsumoto, number 10. And the run continues for the Lancers now. Oh. Gorejala trying to dig that one out and didn't get underneath it. He got a piece of it, but not enough to keep it in play. 16-5, St. Francis. And that one will be a little long. So the run ends, and Nathan Sue, number 3, now serving for the Bells. Down 10, 16-6 in the second set. Good block. Lancers keep it alive. It's tipped. Bellarmine handles. And that one's going to be too hard. Great defensive reflexes on both sides there, but not able to capitalize. And Daniel Devine. And that one hits one of the officials. And it goes back to Bellarmine. Ooh. And that hit Julian Villanueva right in the gut. He did get a piece of it again, but not enough to control. And it's an 18-7 contest. And Peyton Cias serving. And one of the linesmen saw something he didn't like. Maybe somebody was out of bounds. So it'll be a substitution for St. Francis as they sit on that 12-point lead. Peyton Cias looking for ace number 13 in the contest tonight, and he may get it yet. Here we go. And the Lancers keep it alive. Good dig there. Joust, still alive. Bellarmine keeps it going. Great effort there. And that one, has headed out of town, and then one of the Bellarmine players swatted at that. I think it was number 4. And he would have been better advised to just let that go. And that one is going to pay off, as that one went into Danny Ventura, the libero, number 2. And he wasn't able to handle it. Hard ricochet there. That one was almost headed out of this gym. So it's 8-20. And that one is going to go to Bellarmine. I thought maybe one of the Bells touched that, but a point for the Bells. They certainly won't say no at this point. Holding serve. It's a short serve. Ooh! Tried to do an alley-oop there between 14 and 17, or 19 rather. And breakdown in communication. But not that time, as Jack Eberton says, I've had enough of this, and it's back to an 11-point lead. Danny Ventura, the libero, will be serving. Don't have any numbers on Danny. Oh, that is going to hurt. Matsumoto thought he handled that one, and it just went off his fingertips. Another unforced error. That time he handled it. It up, blocked, and fell right in front of Ben Alduino, and Bellarmine walks away with that one. Gorjala now to serve. Quick serve there, quick delivery. And once again, Jack Eberton tipping it, finding the soft spot in the Bellarmine defense, and takes it home. Now Ben Alduino. Good tip. With a good tip, dug out. Villanueva with a tip of his own, and Bellarmine gets away with that one. So, Julian Villanueva saying 2 can play at that game. 23-12, St. Francis. That one will be in. And Eberton. Another set point now for the Lancers. Jack Eberton looks to be serving for the set. St. Francis managed to dig that out, and it's still in play. Ooh! And that went right into the chest of Rafa Davis, the opposing hitter. He's a 5'10 senior. I don't have any numbers on Rafa, but he may need some aspirin after that one. Still set point. Net cord and an ace for the Bells, as Matsumoto, who did some fine serving in the first set, now brings it to a 10-point deficit. Still set point. And that one will go off the hands of the Bellarmine defense, and it's set 2 to the Lancers by a 25-14 score. So we're headed to set number 3, which could be the climactic one for the Lancers. And we'll see how that plays out in just a second or two. Don't go away.
Hey folks, we'll be right back after a brief message from our sponsors, like The Post. The Post restaurant provides a sophisticated ambiance, a diverse menu, and acclaimed service for an exceptional guest experience. The Post, comfort food you can feel good about. The Cranberry Scoop is an iconic gift boutique in downtown Los Altos that provides unique items in a charming space. The Cranberry Scoop is the gift store locals love. The agency is revolutionizing real estate with a boutique approach, creative marketing, and cutting-edge technology. The agency, make yourself at home. And finally, the Peninsula Center of Cosmetic Dentistry offers a patient-centered approach that makes every client feel at ease. Transform your smile at the Peninsula Center of Cosmetic Dentistry. Thanks for sticking around. Now let's get back to the game.
We talked a lot about Jack Eberton at the start of the program, but that gives you some idea of his serving technique, his killing technique, his blocking technique, and the coordination that he has. Even when he's in the air, he's able to turn around and make plays happen. Anybody who's watching what this young man is doing, if you work for a college with a good volleyball program, you want to get this guy on your team. Unless, of course, he's already been recruited. Well, from here, Bellarmine will have a few days off. They'll be playing at Valley Christian 1 week from tonight. The Lancers will have their next contest against Sarah High School, whom they've already played once and defeated 3-0. And they'll be playing them on March 30th. Because those are the league games that we're talking about here. So starting off serving here is Ryan Chan for the Bells. He's a junior. Tipped, and that one is headed out. And once again, St. Francis takes the lead. And that was Villanueva who tried with the defense there. Good block there. And Eberton again delivering for the Lancers. He's going to go down as my player of the game for this. Now Shaunak Bilal serving. Oh, and that one's just mishandled by Villanueva. And an ace handed over, and that is Shaunak's first ace, if you want to count it that way. I do. And that one well delivered there. And that was Cade Morgan, number 15. Yeah, he heads off the court to some high fives. Gorjala now. And guess who? Jack Everton one more time. As it's 4-1 here in the third set, which could be the decisive one. And that one's going to be a little long. So here's Villanueva. Good block there. Everton reacting. Another joust. And St. Francis is going to get that one. Although I'm not sure about that one from my angle. Great reaction time there. But Everton had it now. You can see Moses Wagner saying, no, that went down. And the referee said, no, it didn't. And that one is going to be gold for the Bells. One that they needed, and it's a 5-3 contest. So maybe Bellarmine wants to hang around a little while. Oh, again, great reaction time by the Bells as they pulled to within one. And we may have a tie. I think this would be the first tie of the match if they can continue this run. So let's see what they can do. Close, but no banana. As the Lancers hold on to the lead. 6-4, and Carson Cias. Carson and Peyton, I believe, must be related. And we're going to have a timeout in the action. So we'll step away while we figure this out. It's the third set. St. Francis 6-4. Don't go away. And we're back. That was a quick timeout. Carson Cias getting ready to serve. Here he goes. Long pass there across the court. Dug out. Nice job by Villanueva. St. Francis controls. Bellarmine, no, ran into their own guys. As Gorjala made a great effort, and then Matsumoto wanted to follow it up. And they got in each other's way. You can see there that there was just no place to go. 7-4. Good effort to keep it in there. Tipped. And again, good effort by Gorjala and Jack Mayer, number 5. But the run continues now for the Lancers. And that one's going to be a little long. So Bellarmine gets the ball back. And Nathan Sue coming into the game again. Do some serving. And even with a less than satisfactory dig, St. Francis is able to make something out of nothing. And I think they're even impressed with their own work there. That's Bilal. Look at the strength on that kill effort. Just no answer from the Bells. Tipped, and St. Francis can't quite recover. Good effort there by Cias and Danny Ventura. That'd be Peyton Cias, number 3. Now Jack Mayer, number 5, be serving. Tipped, dug out, back pass, cross court, and that one's not going to pay off. As Thiorin Brouillette just too far from the net to make that work. Didn't really get under it. And it's a 10-6 margin for St. Francis. Ace! And Bellarmine wants a timeout. And that is probably a well-timed one, as they're down 5, and they don't have any answers for the Lancers right now. We'll be back. Well, we're back, and I said during the second set that Peyton Cias was looking for his 13th ace in this contest, and he got it. So it's an 11-6 contest. St. Francis still controlling serve. And the train just keeps rolling in the Lancers' direction. And good effort there, but that one also not a good dig there by the Bells. And a 12-6 contest. Almost a joust there. Back pass, and that one hit the net. And there was just not enough height on that attempt. That might have been Jack Mayer. Let's see that again. No, that's Matt Matsuoto. And that was partially not high enough and partially great defense there by Eberlin and Bilal. 12-7 Lancers. Ooh, good dig and a great effort, and they managed to keep it alive. Proving that even Jack Eberton is not omnipotent when it comes to that. Now, they did get the point. The Lancers did come up with the point, but look at the dig there and the effort that they made to keep it in. That's impressive. And the Bells did get that last point on the kill attempt. So now it's just a 5-point deficit. Amazing effort there by Bellarmine. Good tip, good defense there. That was Moses Wagner, number 2, who is in on that and snuffed it right into the face of the St. Francis defense, and Jack Eberton never knew what hit him. And it's a 4-point margin now. Good dig. Bellarmine controls, it's jousted, and it's going to go to Bellarmine. That one went out as they pull now to within 3 of the Lancers. And another good attempt there. Jack Mayer tried to dig that out, but there was no way that that could turn into a pass. And St. Francis controlling the ball again. 14-10. So the set has been closer, just like we predicted, but strategic control still belongs to the St. Francis Lancers. That one will go to Bellarmine. Timothy Cho was just serving there. He's a 5'11 sophomore, and he has never made a mistake with his serving. And that one deflected. And Bellarmine again showing some strength in their defense, as it's only a 2-point deficit now. And perhaps Bellarmine has figured out an answer. We'll see. And that one, whoa, and that headed into the arms of the Bellarmine coach. That's Liam Pruitt, who's the manager. And that one's going to go to St. Francis. So St. Francis maintaining their lead. Oh, and that one just not well handled. And that one's going to bounce around in the rafters a little bit. And Jack Eberton continuing to serve. Oh! And architecture plays a role in that one, as the beams in this gym, as they do at Mountain View and Los Altos and other places, they can play a big role in a game whether you want them to or not. And now Bellarmine takes a timeout. We'll step aside while they figure things out. It's 17-12 Lancers. Back here in the third set. This one has been closer, although it is a 5-point lead for the Lancers, but the defense of the Bells has really come alive in this set. Now Jack Eberton, who's really been the hub of the St. Francis success, is serving. And that one's going to go to Bellarmine, and that is going to be Moses Wagner, one of 7 seniors on this team, getting the point there. And now Julian Villanueva. Dug out. And that one goes for Daniel Devine. And that is kill 102, if I'm not mistaken, for him. He may have more. And he's happy about that one, because he's had an up and down game. Now Carson Cias. And that one, again by Daniel Devine, using every inch of his 6 feet, 5 inch height to get that one done. Comes away with another kill. 19-13, as St. Francis about to turn the corner for their 4th league win without a loss. And that one again goes to St. Francis. I think that may have been defended off the net. Let's take a look at another look at that one. So it is, it heads out of bounds, I think. 20-13. And that's an unforced error. So Bellarmine may be looking to go on one more run here. They've got a 6-point deficit, and they're down 2 sets. Ooh, mishandled. No! And that one, is it going to go over? Yes, it does! St. Francis reacting beautifully on that. And they get the point. And St. Francis, with a combination of speed, reactivity, and pure dumb luck, took that after it hit the cross beam and then volleyed back over. That's just amazing. Now that one is not going to go well Daniel Devine not ready for that one. Now we have Jack Mayer serving for the Bells. And that one will fall. Bilal with the kill there. And it's 22-15. And your server is Peyton Cias. And that one is going to be a little long. So St. Francis trying to close the deal. Not quite there, though, as Brian Chan, number 12, will serve this one in. And that one's going to be long. 23-16. And Danny Ventura, the libero, who I think may be the shortest on the team, is in to serve that one. And that one just played into the hands of the Lancers. Carson Cias slamming it down, and it's match point. Ooh, good second effort there. And that one's going to be long. And it's still set point, or match point now. Bellarmine with one more shot at it. And that one is an unforced error, and that will do it. Straight sets, once again, the Lancers take this one fairly handily from the Bellarmine Bells. Want to thank our crew for KMVT for doing such a great job. Thanks, guys. Couldn't have done this without you. For all of them, and on behalf of the Bellarmine Bells and the St. Francis Lancers, this is Mike Messner reminding you, run for the roses, but don't forget to stop and smell them. Good night, all.